When Robert Williams died unexpectedly at age 62, his family believed they were inheriting a legacy. Instead, they inherited a nightmare. Within 2 years, 6 siblings stopped speaking to each other. The family home was sold. Thousands of dollars disappeared into legal fees, and relationships that had lasted a lifetime were destroyed forever, all because of one document Robert never signed: a will. 3 days after their father's burial, 6 siblings gathered in the family living room. The funeral was over. The visitors had gone home. The food trays had been cleared away, and for the first time, the family was alone. They thought they were there to honor their father's memory. They weren't. What happened next would destroy the family forever. Their father had spent more than 30 years building wealth. He worked hard, made sacrifices, missed birthdays, worked overtime, saved every dollar he could. By the time he died, he owned property. He had investments, insurance policies, money in the bank, and an estate worth more than $750,000. Everyone assumed he had planned everything. Everyone assumed he had left instructions. Everyone assumed he had protected the family. He hadn't, and nobody knew it yet. Not his wife, not his children, not even the relatives who kept telling everyone, "Don't worry, everything will be fine." Because over the next few days, something unexpected happened. The family began searching. They opened drawers. They searched filing cabinets. They checked old briefcases. They called lawyers. They looked through safety deposit boxes. They searched everywhere, looking for one thing: a will. Just one document, one piece of paper, one set of instructions, one final message from a father to his family. But they couldn't find it because it didn't exist. There was no will, no estate plan, no written instructions, nothing. And that was the moment everything changed. If you're an African immigrant living in Canada, please don't skip this video, because this story may be closer to your family than you think. Many of us work hard. We buy homes, we purchase life insurance, we invest, we save for retirement, we buy land back home, we send money to family, we build wealth. But very few people stop to ask one simple question: what happens if I don't come home tomorrow? And that's where today's story begins. What the family didn't realize was that finding no will was only the beginning. The real problem started when they tried to access the money, because almost immediately, one question changed everything. Who was actually in charge? The house was still there. The investments were still there. The bank account still existed. But nobody had the legal authority to make decisions. Not yet. And while the family was grieving, the confusion began to grow. One child believed the family home should be sold. Another insisted their mother should remain there for the rest of her life. One sibling believed the father had promised him a larger share. Another claimed certain investments were meant for specific children. Everyone had an opinion. Nobody had proof. What started as simple conversations slowly became disagreements. The disagreements became arguments, and the arguments became divisions. Family members began choosing sides. Phone calls became heated. Group chats became silent. Resentment started replacing trust. The saddest part? Their father spent decades building wealth to bring the family together. Now that same wealth was pulling them apart. And this is exactly why estate planning matters. Because when instructions are missing, people are forced to guess. And when people guess, conflict often follows. Many people hear the word probate, but very few understand what it actually means. Probate is simply the legal process that confirms who has authority to manage an estate. Think of it this way: if someone passes away leaving behind a home, investments, bank accounts, or other assets, financial institutions often require legal confirmation before releasing or transferring those assets. That confirmation frequently comes through probate. Without it, banks may not release funds. Property transfers may be delayed. Investment accounts may remain frozen, and families can be left waiting. What many Canadians don't realize is that probate rules vary from province to province. In Ontario, Probate fees can be significant on larger estates. In British Columbia, fees also increase as estate values rise. In Alberta, the estate grant fee structure is capped and generally lower than many other provinces, regardless of where you live. Probate often involves paperwork, court processes, time, professional fees, and delays. But the biggest cost is not usually financial. The biggest cost is uncertainty. The biggest cost is confusion. The biggest cost is family conflict. The tragedy wasn't that this father died. The tragedy was that he spent a lifetime building a legacy without creating a clear plan for it. One properly prepared estate plan could have changed everything. A will does more than distribute assets. It creates clarity. It creates direction. It creates peace. It tells your family who should receive what. It identifies who should manage your affairs, and it reduces uncertainty during one of life's most difficult moments. Estate planning is not just about a will. It is about organizing your entire financial life, your home, your investments, your insurance policies, your bank accounts, your beneficiaries, your powers of attorney, your final wishes. When everything is organized and documented, your family spends less time searching for answers and more time supporting one another. The question is not whether we will leave this world. The question is whether we will leave confusion or clarity. You spent years building your legacy. Don't leave your family guessing what to do with it, because the greatest gift you leave behind is not money, it is peace of mind. Let me ask you a question. If something happened to you tonight, would your family know exactly what to do? Would they know where your will is? Would they know where your insurance policies are? Would they know who your beneficiaries are? Would they know your wishes? Or would they be left searching through drawers, bank statements, old files, and unanswered questions? Building wealth is important, but protecting it is what creates a legacy. If you already have a will and estate plan in place, comment, protected. If you don't, comment, legacy. And if you'd like to learn how to protect your family, your assets, and the wealth you've worked so hard to build, send me the word legacy, and let's start the conversation. Follow Financial Confidence with Abby for more practical financial education designed to help Canadian families build, protect, and preserve wealth for generations.
So thank you for watching the video, but before I let you go, I want to ask you a question. If something happens today, God forbid, will your family know what exactly to do? If the answer is no, then you need to start planning. Please follow me for more stories and for more financial training on how to plan for your family, for your finances, and also to build legacy. Thank you, and I'll see you in my next video. Until then, have a great day. Bye.